All right, hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike. So, East Coast Comic Con is like next Friday, and I am so excited to go to this one. I haven't traveled to go to a con in ever, ever. A chance to hook up again with AG Surfer and to meet a whole bunch of other YouTubers out there, the entire New York Warriors panel, Cholula Comics, Reaper Tate, Semper Fi. Where the hell is Semper Fi? Tom Bryan, and a slew of others. Long Box Love Affair, Mike. He's going to go too. He's like a Florida guy or something like that. It's just going to be epic. It's going to be really cool. So what I wanted to do is show a quick video of, a nice fat stack. Like there's a lot of books here, of books that I'm going to get signed and then submit them as well. I got a whole short box. Literally, I'm taking a short box with me of books that I just want to get signed for the personal collection. Not every book is, in my opinion, is worthy of slabbing. Either the condition's off, or there's just not much going on, or it's just kind of like a run filler issue. For example, like I'll take this for example. This one here is a Al Milgrom and a Joe Sinnott. All right, it could be a slab worthy, because it's when Spidey joins the Avengers, but the condition is poor. I mean, it's probably a 6.5 at best. So that's not going to get submitted for encapsulation. It's simply going to get signed by Joe Sinnott and Al Milgrom. All right, so keep that in mind. So this stack, in my opinion, is submission worthy. So let's just go with it. So we all know that George Perez is retiring, and one of his last stops is East Coast Comic Con. I get a chance to see him again in Connecticut in Terrificon, but that's Friday only, and I usually don't get a chance to go on Fridays. But this year I do at East Coast. So you all know that I'm a huge Spidey guy, and George doesn't do a lot of Spidey stuff, but this one here is a no-brainer to me. And Spider-Geddon #1 right here. Get that signed by George Perez somewhere down here, or maybe up here. It doesn't matter where he puts it. I'll figure it out. It'll look awesome in a AG blue paint pen, that aqua one. That'd be great. This one here has got some writing on the bag. All right, it's not the book, it's the bag. But with a whole Endgame thing going on, this is a no-brainer in my opinion. Again, George Perez, Avengers, JLA, book #4, Superman holding Cap Shield, and Milner as well. That look awesome signed down here. More George Perez goodness. Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is book #7. I'm not expecting it to be a 9 at all. I'm expecting to come back at like an 8.0, but it's just such an iconic cover. We'll get that one signed by George Perez, and if I'm not mistaken, Marv Wolfman on this one as well. So 2 times the signature. For the collection myself, Michael Cho will be there, and this is just an awesome cover right here. So again, that aqua paint pen, Michael Cho, maybe down here, like under the title, so it's not distracting. It'd be great. Another guy who's retiring, and be sad to not see him at cons anymore. So I got a whole bunch of books that I'm going to have signed by him, as many as I can afford. If he's $10 or more, then I'll have to limit what I can do. But this one here, Fantastic Four 112, and I'll get Joe Sinnott to sign that. I got one. Can you see it in the thing? Let's see, which way do you want to turn this? Oh, it's just on the top. You can't really see it from where I am. Anyways, I got one up there. That one's made up to me. This one is a clean, super clean looking copy. And this one will be beautiful. The last one I had, where did he sign it? He signed it in between Hulk and Thing. So maybe I'll go with it again. It'd be cool, you know. This one here, a big shout out to Gills311. He had sent me this one here. This one is going to be a red label when it's all said and done. But I'm going to get Sonat and Marv Wolfman on it. But it's already signed here by Stan Lee, right here by my index finger. So we'll get Joe Sonat. He did the cover. Marv Wolfman did the story. And it's already signed by Stan Lee. So we'll get that taken care of. One of my favorite artists growing up as a kid, and I got a shit ton of submissions for him, is Al Milgrom. A big spec book, or not really a spec. It's not a spec book. I can't call it a spec book because it's already happened. But if you're a completionist with the Alien Symbiote and Venom, this is a book that you need to have in your collection, along with ASM 252 and Secret Wars 8 and was it right here 141 Marvel Team Up. Right here, this is Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. It's not going to come back at a super high grade, I don't think. Maybe a 9 as it sits with a press, and I just don't have time for the press anymore. You know, it can come back at 9.4, but it would be sweet to have Al Milgrom sign that book. And this one here, I got 2 copies. I am going to get them both signed. I'm only going to submit one. I'm going to submit this one because it's open. That's one I know. ASM 212, First Hydro Man. This one's sweet. This one's, god damn it, if this thing doesn't come back at a 9.0, then I'll just quit my job. All right. So this should be a 9.0 in my opinion. This one here, it's not going to get submitted, but I would call it a 7.5. Another Al Milgrom Awesomeness cover, and something that's, it doesn't matter what the grade comes back, and I'll call it now. I'll call it now without a press. It's got a lot of pressable defects. That's what pisses me off. Like, I didn't jump on this soon enough. I didn't send it to Erod quick enough. There's just not enough time. This book could be a solid 8.0 with a press. As it stands, I bet you it's going to fall at a 6.5. I mean, it's got so many pressable defects. But anyways, Amazing Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. It's a Al Milgrom and a John Romita Jr. cover. This is issue number 1. The first Firestar. It's just got so many little, see those? It's got little dings and dents. I'm talking about over here on the spine. It's got a nice little crease in the middle, kind of over Hobgoblin's fit. Yep, right there, right by the glare, kind of going all the way down. I'm pretty confident that Erod could have gotten this out. I don't know when I'm going to see Al Milgrom again. I'm going to get this signed. I'm going to get this taken care of. It's going to go on my slab wall. It's going to be amazing. A spec book for me, and you know, a lot of other YouTubers out there. This is Micronauts number 1, especially for the first appearance of Bug. But this one here, I'm going to get 3 signatures on here. I'm going to get Milgrom. I'm going to get Michael Golden and Joe Rubenstein. This one here, it's already been, I've already cracked it out. You can see I cracked it. I just got to cut it open. The 9.2 with that check mark. But I'll get Golden, Rubenstein, and Al Milgrom on here. It'll be a spec book for me. I'll hold on to that one. Again, more Al Milgrom Awesomeness. This is an old school CGC 9.6. I've already cracked it out of its slab. I just got to cut it out of its encasement here, and Al Milgrom. It's just going to be for me. Not an expensive book, but it's just awesome. Look at that. You know, you got Hobgoblin, you got Black Cat, Spidey. This is issue number 85. It's going to be great. Major Key in ASM Lore. It's the only issue I got, so I'm going to keep it, obviously. ASM 194. Again, I can get 2 signatures on here. I can get Marv Wolfman, and I can get Al Milgrom. And this one here is a 9.0. It's just beautiful. The back's nice. The back's really nice. You know, it might be a little off-centered. Might be a little higher than what it should be. I don't recall all that room up there. And over here as well. This could go up just a little bit. But I do like the fact that you can see all the spider webs up here. Some of the copies, you can't see that. So it's a pretty good centered book. It is a direct edition. And direct edition back then, when did this book come out? 79. That's when it first started, really, direct edition. So this is a better one than the newsstand that you can get. So newsstands were more popular back then and more prevalent. And this one here is a direct edition, being from 1979. That's a nice book. Nice book. And let's see, I got a couple more George Perez. I have 2 copies of this with me, and I'll submit the better of the 2. Again, have that signed in the AG blue paint pen, the aqua one to match, you know, his uniform. George Perez, be awesome. I drew on the bag, not the book, just to see what was going on, and I think yellow would really pop on here. And Hellcat #1, George Perez variant edition, pretty cool. Something that you never know what Hellcat's going to happen with. And of course, this is a no-brainer, especially with what's, you know, everything happened with Endgame and Infinity War. You get a nice George Perez. There you go, Thanos edition. Now, technically, I could, and I just might, just for the shits and the giggles of the book, throw Ron Lim on here, throw Joe Rubenstein on here, and throw Jim Starlin on here. You know, why not, right? They're there. So did they all work on this book? No, but it's the content that's there, and it's all about the gauntlet. So that's going to be definitely a quad signature. Perez, Rubenstein, Lim, and Starlin. Why not, right? That'd be awesome. And last but not least, big shout out to King of the Golden State, James. He sold this to me on Big E's auction, home of the New York Warriors. Denny O'Neil will be there. And this is just a great book. This is Big E's favorite comic of all time, his favorite Superman book of all time. And it's Superman number 233, an iconic Neil Adams book. And to get Denny O'Neil on here and have that slabbed would be awesome. I would spend the money if if Neil Adams was at this convention, but he's not going to be. I would get the 2-time sig. And I got to hurry. I got to hustle on this one because Denny is only there on Friday only. So it'll look sweet and have that slabbed, encapsulated. Grade on this, probably a 4.0. You know, it doesn't matter at this point. You know, it's not something that's going to be, you know, sold. Well, maybe, but it's pretty cool. Very cool. I'm happy to own that one there. It'll look good. It does have a massive spine roll. I'm trying to fix it myself a little bit. I got the backing board in the center, and I pushed it down, and I put it, like I stuffed it in here in this Mylar. Maybe I'm fucking it up more. I don't know. But that's it. So East Coast Comic Con, I'll be there on Friday, and I'll be there on Saturday all day. And I'm ready to rock and roll and party like it's 1999. But I won't be able to because I'm bringing my son. That's going to control me. He'll keep me level. And I got, like I said, I got a shit ton of books that I'm going to bring, and I'm going to have a blast. I'm just going to have a blast. I'm going to hustle my ass off on Friday to get most of these submissions done. And I just kind of want to chill and relax all day Saturday. Excited to meet all the YouTubers, the New York Warriors, see AG again, and to meet Chula Comics and Reaper Tate and Semper Fi and Tom Ryan and whoever else is going to show up. I guarantee you I'm going to sport something Boston related. Maybe I'll, it's playoff time, so, maybe a Red Sox hat, or maybe I'll burn my jersey. And the Bruins are kicking ass. So Celtics failed me, so there's not going to be a quad Pete for the, for Boston, but we can get a tri-peat, a three-peat. We can get, Bruins, the Sox already won. Patriots already won. Can this be the year that the Bruins win the cup? I don't know, it'd be amazing if it happens. So anyways, until next time, I will talk to you all later.